The automotive world is reeling today after Toyota's CEO took the stage and dropped an absolute bombshell, the announcement of an all-new fully electric vehicle with a jaw-dropping $21,000 price tag. Yes, you heard that right. In an era where EVs from most major automakers are climbing well into the $40,000 to $60,000 range, Toyota just shattered expectations by revealing a budget-friendly EV that could redefine the entire electric vehicle landscape. This isn't just a new car, it's a full-scale disruption, and the shockwaves are already being felt across the U.S. auto industry. American brands like Ford, GM, and even Tesla are scrambling behind the scenes, trying to figure out how to respond to what many are calling the Toyota tsunami. The vehicle, codenamed EcoMax during its development, is not just cheap. It's smart, efficient, and packed with tech features once reserved for high-end models. Built on Toyota's next-gen solid-state battery platform, this EV delivers over 300 miles of range on a single charge. That's not a typo. 300 miles for just $21,000. It supports ultra-fast charging, reaching 80% in under 15 minutes, and includes standard features like adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and a next-gen infotainment system with full wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. This isn't a bare-bones budget box. This is Toyota bringing Lexus-level engineering to the masses. What's even more shocking is that Toyota plans to manufacture this EV in the United States, directly targeting the American working class, with a promise of affordability, reliability, and local job creation. In the words of CEO Koji Sato, "We are not just launching a new car. We are launching a new era, where electric mobility is not a luxury, but a right." That message hit hard, especially in Detroit, where GM and Ford executives were reportedly blindsided by the announcement. Toyota's pricing undercuts nearly every EV on the U.S. market, including models from budget-focused brands like Nissan and Hyundai. And some insiders are already calling this the Model T moment for the electric age. And make no mistake, this isn't just a one-off move. Toyota is betting big, with plans to ramp up production to over 500,000 units in the first year alone. That level of scale is something only a global giant like Toyota could pull off, and it gives them a massive pricing advantage. Analysts are already predicting this new EV could wipe out significant market share from Tesla's Model 3, which starts at nearly double the price. Wall Street reacted immediately. Toyota's stock jumped 7% within hours of the reveal, while legacy U.S. automakers saw sharp declines. The message is clear. The EV race has a new frontrunner, but there's more to the story. Sources close to the company say this announcement was not made in a vacuum. It was strategically timed to align with major tax credits under the revised U.S. EV incentive programs. That means the effective purchase price for many Americans could drop below $18,000 after federal and state incentives kick in. Think about that for a moment. A brand new 300-mile range EV made in America from the most trusted automaker in the world for under $18K. It's no wonder the internet is exploding, and dealerships are already reporting record inquiries, even though the vehicle won't hit showrooms until Q2 next year. Meanwhile, Tesla CEO Elon Musk took to social media just hours after the Toyota announcement, posting a cryptic tweet that simply read, "Competition is heating up." Insiders believe Tesla may be forced to slash prices yet again, potentially impacting its already narrow margins. And while Ford and GM have announced plans for affordable EVs of their own, none have come close to Toyota's price point or timeline. Some industry experts are warning that without an aggressive pivot, U.S. automakers could be left behind in the most critical phase of the EV transition. Even Chinese automakers like BYD and NIO, known for undercutting on price, may struggle to match Toyota's blend of affordability, range, and build quality. And here's where things get even more interesting. Toyota isn't stopping with just one model. According to leaked internal documents and supplier agreements, this $21,000 EV is merely the spearhead of an entire low-cost EV lineup set to roll out over the next 24 months. We're talking compact crossovers, urban hatchbacks, and even a small pickup variant, all sharing the same flexible ETNGA platform that allows for quick scaling and cost reduction. This isn't just a single vehicle release. It's the launch of a strategic ecosystem aimed squarely at crushing the EV affordability barrier. Toyota is essentially declaring war on inflated EV prices and positioning itself as the global champion of the average consumer. And let's not ignore the timing. With rising interest rates, inflation hitting working-class households the hardest, and used car prices still hovering near record highs, the appetite for a reliable, ultra-affordable EV is at an all-time peak. Toyota's move couldn't have come at a more disruptive moment. While other manufacturers are either retreating from EV commitments or delaying launches, Toyota is going full steam ahead. And that's making a lot of people nervous in the C-suites of American automakers. GM's much-hyped Equinox EV, which was once projected to cost around $30,000, is now facing scrutiny, especially with reports of delays and software issues plaguing early production runs. Meanwhile, Ford's focus on expensive electric trucks like the Lightning now seems out of step with consumer demand for value-first EVs. But perhaps the biggest twist in this story is Toyota's silent partnership with several US-based battery startups. According to insiders, Toyota has secured long-term deals with companies working on next-generation lithium iron phosphate (LFP) batteries and even sodium-ion chemistry, both of which could further drive down costs while increasing battery lifespan and safety. The implications of this are enormous. If Toyota can mass-produce these vehicles using cheaper, more stable battery tech without sacrificing range or performance, they could break the EV cost curve permanently. This could force a massive recalibration of pricing models, manufacturing strategies, and supply chain structures across the entire auto industry. And the political impact? That's another wild card. Toyota's move comes at a time when Washington is aggressively pushing for electrification, yet struggling to ensure affordability and domestic manufacturing. With this announcement, Toyota has managed to check all the right boxes. An EV under $21K, built in the US, eligible for tax credits, and powered by next-gen battery tech. It's the kind of move that could reshape legislative discussions, shift funding priorities, and even become a central issue in upcoming elections. Already, several U.S. senators have praised Toyota's move as a game-changer for American workers and families, while trade unions are cautiously optimistic about the new manufacturing plants being discussed for Michigan, Texas, and Tennessee. The buzz is so intense that analysts are now comparing this moment to when Apple first unveiled the iPhone, a paradigm shift, an industry-disrupting product that redefines what consumers expect and what competitors must deliver. Dealerships across the country are preparing for an onslaught of pre-orders, and Toyota's digital reservation system reportedly crashed temporarily due to unprecedented traffic following the live announcement. But even more telling are the whispers coming from within legacy U.S. automakers. Engineers, marketers, and even senior executives are admitting privately that Toyota may have just leapfrogged the entire industry by at least 5 years. Some are even suggesting that internal projects focused on sub-30K EVs are now being fast-tracked, with emergency board meetings being held to reassess product pipelines, supplier contracts, and pricing structures. And we haven't even touched on the global impact yet. Because while the US is clearly the primary target, Toyota's move is sending ripples across Europe, Asia, and developing markets as well. Industry insiders in Germany and France are reportedly stunned at how Toyota leapfrogged their EV development roadmaps. Volkswagen, which has heavily invested in its ID series of EVs, now faces intense pressure to respond, especially as many of its models still hover around the $35,000 to $45,000 range and struggle with software delays. European analysts are warning that Toyota's new strategy could decimate the mid-range EV market, forcing European automakers to either slash prices or lose relevance fast. Over in China, where companies like BYD, Wuling, and NIO have been leading the charge with inexpensive EVs, Toyota's announcement is being watched with cautious curiosity. On one hand, the Chinese EV market is already hyper-competitive, but on the other, Toyota's global brand trust, after-sales network, and legendary reliability reputation give it an edge even in unfamiliar territory. Industry analysts in Shanghai are speculating that Toyota's next step could involve local partnerships to scale this $21,000 EV even further for the Asian market, possibly launching stripped-down export models tailored for Southeast Asia, India, and Africa. If that happens, Toyota won't just be a player in the global EV game. It will be the uncontested leader.